It has been ages, hasn't it? Sorry about that, but it was crunch time over here. I had to get away from games just for a little bit, just to actually get all that stuff off my plate. It's kind of funny though. Partway through, I did a stream of Stardew Valley, and on the Saturday especially, it was like I had missed this so much. Games are sort of like a nice sanity break, especially during the insanity of all this COVID and such. So to sort of have to ditch that in order to focus on other things was kind of painful, but I mean, things are at least a little more settled on my side now, and yeah, I should be good to go. So I guess with that, we might as well get back. As you can imagine, because I have been grinding away on other things in real life, I have not had much chance to, level up or anything, alas. Annoying, but what can you do? But might as well finish up what's here. Now, it's been so long that I've been here that I actually forgot that I never fully cleaned out all the water that was there, so I'm probably going to do that, quite frankly. Oh, let's make sure I get the dyes I can just put back here. I do have plans for all these dyes shortly, don't worry about that. So I'm going to be new. You can probably tell by the to-do list that there's some decent stuff up there that I want to get finished. But alright, let's just pull in a ton of sand here. And I'm boat right now. Boat, go away. Alright, let's go. The one thing I do notice as well, there's only 3 iron golems kicking around here. I had 4. I did also notice that there is a grass block sitting down here. So it looks like Enderman came down, picked a fight, and it was kind of tit for tat overall. So. I just spam it. Too bad it's spamming it, quite frankly. All that really matters right here is that we fill this area as fast as we can. And not that we crush ourselves at the same time. Would be bad. We're pretty close to drowning. Yeah, close enough. Extra diamond shovel. Oh, now we got a nice little air pocket. I don't have to clip the glass too much. I always forget about the torch technique. I am going to need as much durability on this shovel as possible, so... Yeah. Brutal. Minecraft physics. Gotta love how it works. Alright, so... There. Torch there. Map I'll come back to shortly. Interesting. Probably go from this side, quite frankly. Spam and blocks, spam and blocks. I haven't gotten around and grabbing sponges yet. Where are they at? Okay, I think I have to go to the end, quite frankly, in order to get them. It has been a long while. Ground. Okay, good. I'm away. At least filling in all this water shouldn't take too long. Always forget my little splits. Not like I really use them for like actual splits. It's more just a reminder for what to do. And potentially a preview of what's to come. Right. Alright. Best way actually is to go like this. Sort of worked. Sort of work. I'm not sure why it didn't work as effectively as it has before. Probably just because I'm underwater. Or immediately cuts out all that stuff. Wow. Wow, I laid down quite a few blocks there. Alright. Yeah, see, I got water coming in. Which then immediately... Sorry, how does that work? That worked well. Being a bit of a pain. Just rip it up. It's rapidly getting to the point where I need some sort of some better way of doing enchantments on this thing. What? Because it's sort of an indirect fault of stuff from up here. Close to being done. That's a good little column to take care of there. Look at all that. Like nothing. But what am I doing that for? Alright, spam away. I still don't know who gave me that pumpkin pie either. It was quite appreciated, whoever you were. Anonymous person on Cetosis. Huh. Waited too long. Oh, look at that. That might have just gotten rid of everything. There we go. Now the torches work as expected. That's better. Other round? Running on torches. Okay, it's saving my shovel quite a bit of work. Oh. The shovel even more. Oh, like two there. What do I care? That one worked a lot better. And there we go. All nice and water free. Get a nice little view outside too. Obviously, it's going to take a little bit to form, so shuffle you over here. Good, but kind of ruined a little bit by the cursor stuff to say, hey, this is where you are. Well, good enough for me. And that, boom. Alright, let's get rid of some of this stuff. And I'm going to throw some of it over here, keep some of it over there. But now for that lower portal, I'm going to need a lot of glass. Probably check how much I've got. Yeah, that's plenty. Definitely going to need at least 4 stacks, possibly even 5. 4 of those have to be tinted blue. I've got some blue already there, so that makes sense. Some of that back. Probably going to need a bit of you too, simply because I am laying out things. Torches, don't need. Oh, actually, I should probably take myself a quick nap. And yeah, I did just sleep. Alright. And I need some sand for cleaning. I'll leave 2 stacks with me here. Left gold behind. That. Soul sand, that's the type that allows me to create bubble columns, I hope. This can go back over here. Make some more light blue stained glass, which means dyes. One full stack. I need at least 2. Get all of them though. Yeah, I think that's close enough. The rest I'll save with white. I'm gonna want some iron doors too. Depends if iron ingots. Alright, iron door. Just need 1. Well, 2 would actually be okay. You iron, go away. Nice, I can put back. Do those. Probably put. Go back. You go back. Stack on top. But I should probably put. Probably need a little bit more glass in my inventory, I think. Oh, yes. And some pressure plates, of course. Stone. Stone. Hang on, I can even do this for myself. Take 1 for now. For you. That's stuff I'm going to need for the ascent. Ditto the soul sand. That's for the door. Oh, yes, buttons. Birch button. That'll do. Birch gives you a little bit longer delay time. Oh. Belt up to the other ones. You guys can all sit there. Redstone yet, although maybe later. I do have some plans involving redstone and this door, so. Let's see. Let's grab 1 more stack of glass, just in case. All I need. Oh yes, I was premature to get rid of the torches. I'm doing clearing. I'm gonna need them. Alright, now I gotta line myself up. So here then is where I gotta build out my tunnel. No time like the present. That's 3. Get to be sea lantern. Oh, cannon I don't need at the moment. Yep, that's right. And now, we need to clear up a little bit of that. Rid of some of this stuff. Some andesite. A little too far ahead of myself. Right there. 2, 3, bam. You tired. Thought I had some andesite too. Never mind. That. Okay, no, I still got a little ways to go. Right. Tough to judge where you are without sort of reference other than just my dirt. I'm under dirt. Bam. Oh, there's some water flowing. Okay. My glass. Glass. Crap. Dirt I can do without. Probably ditch some of that. But, sir. Glass. Wait. Well, you see it right there. Alright, I should probably clean up a little bit more. You I'm gonna need for clearing out water. Water buckets probably don't need you. My cobble while I'm here. So I have andesite. Alright, I have now. Perfect. Okay. Now look at that. Rapidly running out of water. Alright. Let us be prepared for the flood. You can go too. There we go. The flood has arrived. Oh, we still got some. Okay. Alright, somewhere around here then is where I'm heading straight up. Well, I do want to at least get outside of here. Hey, Stray. I guess I shoot up roughly around here then. Where is my light blue stained glass? This becomes my swell. Out. Yeah. Perfect. Alright, so let's do some tidying. Okay. No, get a little bit of the business. Almost night time. It was smarter to clear out than I thought. But I'm also not quite sure how exactly to position this, because I don't want this stuff to be blue. I want this to be white still. Excuse me. No. Wow. I mean, full points for following me in, my goodness. I don't think I could jump in the water like that. Fair enough. Oh, I got slowness on me too, don't I? Yes, I. Where are my cliffs coming down then? You then would be rock underneath here. Okay, well, let's get some stone so I can set out some of those things. Bit of a nap too. Oop. Arrow to the chest. Alright. So we'll need some stone. You can get out of there. Stone, get arrows. Arrows be gone. Bone be gone. Dirt. Of course I know why I got dirt. I got dirt, but... Good. Yeah, we are going to need some way to get in there. Now, what direction am I going to come in? Yeah, I think... It kind of... Originally, I was planning on having a bit of a corridor sort of shooting off to the side. But, you can sort of see there's a bit of an exit right here. I think it kind of makes sense to take my door. But right around. And then throw, where's my pressure plate? Right there. Oh, you're going to need something up top, so that's going to be stone. Ooh. Got a button for it right now. Like that. Not really... That don't work so well. Have to be wood. Unless I put a pressure plate right here, I guess. Well, yeah, and normally you don't put pressure plates here because, I mean, who's going to stand in their way? Don't do that. Vote for that. There we go. Alright, where is my stone? Oh, I'm drowning. You come on down. Ooh. Popped out and replaced with some stone. Alright, I guess the good news is I can again get rid of this block and replace it with just conventional glass. Get rid of my glass. And then I've got another corridor. Ow. Look, I mean, bravo to you for being so persistent and stuff, but like, my goodness. Alright, I definitely need to cap off this top somehow. Oh, how did I go last time? I mean, I might as well carry on with the full thing. Alright, so you have got to go. Replaced with glass. You are glass. You are glass. Out in your glass. You come out in your glass. You are glass. Your glass and your glass. Your glass. Your glass, glass. Not glass, you're not glass either. So. Oh, I'm about to drown. Yourself. That was weird. Oh no, I guess I didn't fully recover yet. Okay. Fair enough. Alright. Let's get clear. I'm really gotta be a little careful about this. I could accidentally take out my soul sand if I'm not careful. Like what I just did? Kinda like what I just did? Got a proper bubble now. Good. You get stone. Perfect. Now, as long as I hit that, I'm gonna be clear. So that got rid of all of it. Okay, but now I'm gonna have to find some way to stop this getting up to me, and that's fairly easy. All I really need is a whole ton of signs. So where is my sign collection? About 2. Would be enough? Probably not. Yeah, let's go with it for now. Slow arrows. They're cute slow arrows, but I do not need. Dirt can go away too. Cobble, you can go away. Okay, so get a sign. And you get a sign. Now I need to make more. Done with you. Okay. Let's see if I can off some of this. No, you are allowed. Alright, so I gotta get rid of you. Ooh. Here. There we go. Okay. Nice, but I need more signs. Alright, so my wood is much though. 4 gonna be enough? I doubt it. Okay, let's take some jungle log then. Yeah, good. Yes, 5 would be enough, I think. Nobody notices the matching color. Also just, you know, get rid of you 2. And make another 3 more on that, and that would be fine. Perfect. Hey. There we go. Oh, no, not there. Over there. That was a quick nap. That time of day. Now let's work from the top down. not water. Water. There we go. And now sign. Sign. And there we go. But it's nice and clean. Oh, almost. That's powerful current. At least I'm protected for all this stuff. So I guess I should do a little bit of tidying. I mean, a one wide corridor, not really a good spot for that, you know? But go back and mine out a little bit more. Take advantage of all the glass I've got too to some of this out. 3 wide corridor gives me plenty of space to go, while not necessarily needing any additional lights on the side. Once I start expanding it out, then I actually have to put in more lights. Bit annoying. Right there. Out. All of this basically has to be swapped in with glass. There. Dirt can go away. I just want my soul sand. Got it round. Technically I want both of them covered, so why not? That's in line with what I had before. Yeah, in fact, technically I want this covered too. That doesn't seem to be much of anybody. So. Good. Not high enough for anybody to spawn, so I don't have to worry about anything spawning there accidentally. Solid glass, good. Ooh. Santa. Oh. Out. You? Oh, of course. That's alright. What do you think I got this for? Come on. Come on. How did that work? There we go. You need to be mined out. Looking good, looking good. And oh, let's get working on this. Oh, not get working on this other row here. Get it all polished out. Or pickaxes. Holding on fairly well. Clean off some of you. About the shubby. Oh, good. Are open. That was terrible. What are you doing? Throw a bit of sand in there, just temporarily. I mean, it works, I gotta admit, but I don't really like being so close. Probably move it back underneath there. You know. Alright, so where did I put iron door? There we go. And you get to be cool. Yeah, that'll work temporarily. Where did I put my pressure plate? Pressure plate? Hmm, that's weird. You know what? Let's drop off some things. Seem to have more than I need right here. Cobble, go back. Alright, go back. Andesite, go back. I don't know what's outside for the moment. I definitely need more stone. I'm done with it for now. It's be annoying to have to come back all this way. Hang on. Things I can get rid of the button. Hold it, you. Signs I do not need. I'm full up there, shoot. Well, I guess I'm gonna convert bone meal. Dull wood door. Pretty good, quite frankly. I did not actually need those torches after all. Nice. And guys, give me bone meal. Bone meal, go over here. Put on head. Over here. Go back. You go over here. There we go. I got tons of glass. What am I worried about? Okay. Should probably get a little nap in just to get rid of any zombies that might want to jump on my head. Yeah, you know what? I'm probably just being a bit too much of a perfectionist when it comes to this. What I should just do is leave it as is. Maybe later on come back and tweak it. Right now, just sort of focus on getting set up more or less. Perfect. Come with me. Come with me too. And stone pressure plate, right. Oh, maybe actually that's what happened to the stone pressure plate. Shot up into the sky. Old gel miner. And you get replaced with, of course, Daily Miner takes care of that. Oh, there you are. You're stuck inside that glass. Now, why do I have this glass set up? I guess that's why. Oh. Pick up. Something like that, I guess. I want shovel. There we go. Let's break Mr. Pressure Plate. Now, with my pressure plate collection, on in and lay one right here. You know what? Good enough. Good enough. And there. Alright, now let's just do some tidying. So I'm going to be coming back here to redo, well, not redo it, but to expand this all out quite a bit more. I don't have to put too much effort in right now. I will be back. The mobs from falling on the head. But if I'm lucky, be able to lay one in there. There. Okay, there. Got a nice 3x3 column. Alright, let's tidy up my inventory a little bit. Since I'm going to be transitioning over to working on top, and that's a very different prospect. Ton of ice, ton of packed ice. Definitely none of this stuff here. Sea lanterns? No, for the plans I've got, I will not be needing. I did spend a little bit of time today actually working out exactly what I wanted in terms of portal design up top there. It involves a little light blue stained glass. And a little bit of ice too. Stone. Dirt you get. Dirt you get. So, iron doors are done. Pressure plate I do not need anymore. Button over there. Organize that a bit better. Okay, I am gonna need a ton of ice though. Oh, sand can get right here. More light stained blue would be good. What eyes? Something like that. Alright. Dye I can ditch again. I'm gonna need 4 stacks of that. I should make it 5. Crap. Of course I ditched the dye already. There we go. 3 whole stacks. One block gets it there. Did need some packed ice. I'll need a little bit of you. Right, I don't need that much ice. There. Sorry, a little bit of packed ice for the core, some ice. Oh, yes, where are my carpets? Don't know what I need for red carpets and such. I do want some pink dye. And the plan is basically sort of duplicate kind of what's up there, but different, I guess. Red dye back. You can sort of see how I've got, what is that, sort of a diamond kind of like shape up there. The basic plan is to duplicate something like that, although on a smaller scale. Maybe I can expand it over time, who knows. And just create more of like a natural kind of looking thing, so it looks a lot more like the ice farm itself. In other words, it's sort of made of solid ice. So, I mean, that's much as cool as that looks. It's like, there are better ways to actually do it. Alright, so, ton of ice to go up. Some ice to break down. Oh, that snowball. Go back. Well, I guess it's okay. Probably gonna have to manage carpets a little bit, though. But wait a minute. Crafting table will come in very handy up there, that's for sure. Got my wool. I was originally planning on putting maybe a little bit of magenta up there, but now that I've actually seen it in action, it doesn't really work all that well with what I was going for. So longer until sunset. Got the stars out. Alright. Probably worth just spamming here a little bit. There we go. Alright, and now it is time to build up. So, kind of light blue, kind of ice. Double I can probably put away for now. Those two right over there. Be all I need. On light blue. We go there. There. Now we build up. Now there are two ways to fill in the central thing here. This bubble column only works if you've got a solid a solid column there. So either you can take a water stream, pour it down the center, then use a little bit of kelp to basically convert the partial water blocks into full water blocks. Or if you mine with the wrong tool, you get water out of ice. So I can actually build this up using basically an entire stack of ice. Perfect. And your setup. Alright. Perfect. Now, just to test it. That's definitely a bubble column. Huh? On my map. Probably should have had that out from the beginning. Okay, good. But certainly I'm out over areas where that will... Frozen yet. Gotta go back and tidy that up a little bit again. Anyway, I gotta make sure that I'm out over an area where this will all freeze, and certainly by being outside this little trail, that is now guaranteed. Anyway, back to work. Back down. I guess technically I can do 3. It's a little awkward to aim, but I don't think I... My maximum length is actually... My maximum reach for this is 4. Theory. Coming up with the bubble column. I'll tell you what, let's try doing the 4. 1. Okay, now... No, that was 1 too high. Shoot. Alright. Alright, then I'm just doing 3. Perfect. All I needed to see. Really didn't work out very well. Alright. 2 lessons learned. Only 3 high. Plus, don't build water above your head. Whew. Quite the altitude. One more. And I always keep expecting that I'll pick up some ice blocks at the very end of it. I've just been way too conditioned by Silk Touch pickaxe. That's another cool thing too. Through the blocks, water is transparent, so I can actually use it as a spyglass to see what is underneath the ground. Kind of cool. Now the joys of shaders. One up. That's 3 now. Ever so gradually. Just over halfway through my ice stack. What happened to the scaffold now? Hang on a sec. That's weird. Did somebody break it at some point? Alright, well. 3. I'm going to make one switch. Don't know if you've noticed, but I'm currently on the land side of this thing. So if I fall, I splat onto that. Not necessarily the best. Now I'm on the ocean side. It is. That late already, huh? That's okay. I'm sort of where nothing can get me. And I've been good about getting naps, so that means there's no phantoms that are going to be coming down. Right. Let me mark off that I'd done the lower tunnel. Testing this thing out is going to be fun, though. I have never actually built a zip anywhere near this high. Oh man, so close. Now, one thing I've also got to decide as well is what direction to go in. I'll just use my map. Because I want to try and reorient the portal so that it's lined up with the incoming direction of the thing. It's actually all lined up perfectly right now. But when I'm building this, I kind of make sure I keep that direction. Certainly in my test when I built mine, I built the portal the wrong way. It was a bad scene. Look at the zombs coming out. Bubbling up this. It could be very pretty with shaded. Oh. Yeah, I don't got the bubble column. Good. Almost there. Only got like 5 ice though. I don't think that's enough. Yeah, should have brought more with me. Well, less high. Okay, there's a very easy way to repair this situation. wow, that's obsidian. Now that's a little annoying. I'm directly below the portal. I gotta take it out at some point, so. Well, no time like the present. Ooh, actually no, that's prying obsidian. On some stained blue glasses. Yeah. Oh, that's wood. Where is my... Actually, no wonder it was taking so long. Okay, then that's not obsidian. Only thought it was because I was using the wrong tool. Alright. Right, I can only go down this. Well, I can always just sort of mine straight down if I have to. Oh yeah, although it does get rather tricky to actually. Okay. That was my 3 right there. There we go. I can mine all that out and place it in with a full bubble column. Alright, and this entire island has gotta go. So how much scaffold do I have on me? Wait, that actually do quite a margin on it. Okay. Time to head back, grab some naps, and replenish a few things. So that. Grab some of the so carelessly dropped. Oh man, you guys are right there. Look at that. Guys. Gonna be a very short nap. That's okay. Alright. Please. Cacti still. Echo planks, I can put back. Probably use that. I think it'll go quite well with the blue, so I'll keep that around. Yeah, that's right. I actually had plans for a whole bunch of those, so might as well just grab 2 stacks. That was short-lived. Alright. Now, the thing is fully operational. That's nice and fast. Alright. There we go. Full on. Alright, you gotta take the Soak Touch. Yeah, nearly fell off. A little bit there, just to make sure I don't. You're not even gonna be part of that. So, let's Soak Touch this out. Nice. Alright, and I hate to do this to this nice looking area here, but basically all you gotta go. That's gonna stay. That's gonna go. That's the other nice thing about using light blue stained glass instead of ice. Oh, ice physics. Okay, so this area right here is going to be the only part that really stays. Let's toss you there. And well, down. I like this basic look though. I think a little bit of fence. I will keep the fence idea, even though it wasn't in my little demo thing. But super handy. Or it looks nice, I should say. All come with me. This whole, throwing a ton of lanterns around thing, not a big fan of it. But frankly, it looks a little bit cluttered to me. And, I mean, I don't... Oh, nice. I was hoping for this. Because you recall that there's a section of stuff down here where I don't really know exactly where which is snow and which is ice. And since I'm an adjacent chunk right now, that implies that it should actually come along and fill itself in with the appropriate stuff. Okay. Or am I too far away for it to even occur? Right now. This is admittedly a little bit boring to look, so I'll do a little bit of work and then come back and see if anything's changed. Right. In the meantime, it's a nice thing. I don't necessarily have to build or bring all the stuff that I need up with here with me. Because I've got a ton of material up here already I can use to burp out and build something new. Yes, I do have a bunch of obsidian with me, but I mean, I'm getting a bunch of obsidian anyway, so what do I care? There's always going to be losses, because I can't pick up everything. But, so let me. like it's really forming anything. Anyway, I guess there's always another way I can check that out. This stuff is too far out. You can see why I really want to sort of move this thing right here. These areas are warm enough that they cannot actually support any sort of snow blocks. These ones are. So in fact, all of this right here is blocking the passive ice farm down below. So well, that's gotta go. Alright. One layer shaved off. To some extent I can actually come along and get building this area here. Right, 19 soul lantern, some crying obsidian, tons of obsidian overall. Okay, good, good, good. Not so good. The plan was to have some sort of barrier here, so when you pop up, you're not going to go the wrong way. Now, it'd be worse the worst thing to sort of pop up and essentially fall right back off the thing. So, a block of iron. Oh, no, not you. There's gentle. Okay. So yeah, block of iron right there. Probably a bunch along here. Weird to kind of be floating, so I guess I should throw... You know what? I still want this. I want this here, yeah. I'll leave the sides empty just in case. Oh, not this side. And admittedly, this side is kind of bad too. Okay. Tell you what, I'm not going to leave the sides open at all. Because I am silly. So you... Alright, obsidian, you come with me. Nice and pretty much done with, so let's put back marker. Let's lay down blocks of iron, I should say. Perfect. Alright, and then the main portal should be somewhere over here. This stuff get replaced with light blue stained glass. Can I start expanding it out a bit? Yes, in fact, that was also the time to get this out too. I mean, I don't want enemy spawn to pop in there, do I? There we go. Haha. I'm gonna need some more wool. That's alright though, there's a reason why I brought that crafting bench. Like that. Shoot it there. Oh, there we go. Okay, well I'm gonna need all this stuff for carpets. Yeah, no, I barely underestimated how many carpets I'd need to put here. It's fine. Let's start building out this shit thing. Alright, what do you think? Main portal right here, or is that a little bit too close? For now. I think actually I can expand that out quite a ways. But honestly, yeah, let's get rid of you. Get rid of you. Light blue. Blue. Light blue. Light blue. This will be our portal right here. Where's all my obsidian? Definitely line? Yes, I like that. Now, should I fill in the corners? Or else they yell it. Bye-bye. Would be at least 3 high? Is that all my obsidian? Guess I got more. Steel, please. No, need to be a little bit higher. It was alright. Alright, so in that case, steel, bring some obsidian, got my extra obsidian. Up one higher. There we go. Done and done. Everything else I build is based around that. Well, I guess now it might be a good time to sort of look back over here. It really hasn't. I can also see none is happening on my iron block, so I guess I gotta be closer for that to work. I'll work that out during the day. In the meantime, got a lot to mine out over here. That was scary. You are oak. Crying obsidian actually put off light. Kinda cool. Right. Alright. Let's start cleaning up this. There we go. Okay. Storm over. How exactly I'm going to go over and get all those? Mining from the top down is just so annoying. There's two random men floating around down there. What are two weirdos doing? Alright, well I do want to capture some of those. It'd be nice to have some chains kicking around. I need a better approach for all this up. I think what I just need to do is grab a couple of stacks of dirt, grab a little bit of water, and then essentially sort of pull myself down the side. That would work quite well. And then essentially I can come up from below. That will both help me with the cleanup and with building this out. Alright, well, step one on that is getting some water. And I want to clean up all this stuff too. Look at all this junk I've left. Although, here's something funny. You know, earlier on I was pointing out that, you know, with my nice power bow, it's really nice to be able to one-shot all these octopi. Watch this. There. Sharpie is strong enough it can one-shot octopi. And since I've got, you know, full water enchantments on my gear, that makes it super easy to just sort of cruise along. Essentially pick up everything I need. Full inventory? What the heck? Wild. Okay, well. I didn't even pick up that, jeez. Alright. Let's tidy up some of this inventory stuff. Right, crafting table, I want to be able to access. Frying obsidian, andesite, iron, polished basalt. Oak really is kind of nice. And it sort of makes it a good alternative to there, but since it really kind of contradicts the look I'm going for. I'll give myself to myself as an option. Packed ice I no longer need. Well, no, that's right. This is for other stuff, so that actually works. I don't have anywhere near. It's okay. I've got more wool at home. It's just I only brought sort of part of a stack, thinking, you know, I don't need anywhere near all my full collection. And actually, yes, I do almost all my collection. Packed ice, you stay. Help goes in the trunk. Thank you. Good. I'll put back in my store. Plan to use glass. I'm gonna need a lot more blue. You know what? Let's convert it all. Boom. And yeah, I want some access to that. Just ink dyes I'm gonna want. Light blue I am not. Alright, block of iron, good. Yeah, I really think sort of a mix of packed ice, light blue, and block of iron I think will go really well together. I don't really want much glass per se. Now I can throw the sand back. I'm just kicking out. Somewhere over there, somewhere. Yeah. And will be handy to keep around just in case. Oh yes, that's right. Let's grab 2. Oh, let's grab 3 stacks since I've been 4 stacks since I've been bad for underestimating. Oh, well, the water bucket's going to be available to me up top anyway, so what do I care? I gotta admit, there's more stuff I should pick up from over here. Oh, disappeared. Alright. Too long. Alright. Hang on a sec. Where's my glass? That's just not right. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking that's glass when it's just water. Alright. So I'm gonna need a bunch of dirt. Look at that speed. Oh, so nice. Alright. Bucket of water. I'll do. I guess the plan is to try and get to the side of this lantern. Plant a block on it. Yeah, see how it actually... Well, here. In fact, if I just go straight down... It's a little dangerous. Okay, but... You out, you down, so I can do some placement action. Such a pain. Yeah, I gotta admit, being able to be pulled back like this is actually kind of handy. Yes, this is some of the sloppiest placement of blocks I've ever done. I mean, it is quite literally just driving me away. All I gotta do is line them up properly, and boom. Now look at that. There we go. And I'm at the proper height to clean up all this stuff too. Good, good. Okay. Well, actually, I could technically be a little bit lower. Should I do this? But awesome. Could I actually put something beneath that? Let's find out. Perfect. Nice. Okay. Now we're really in business here. Put it below though, and that's apparently beside. Oh. Maybe. A little control back. There we go. Sure, I went down a little. Operation, try and get it on the underside of this. Here. Okay, now hopefully if I hit this right. No, that's actually the right spot. Okay. Never mind. just as dirt, so I don't much care. Technically not renewable. Don't really care. Head over. Collect some more stuff. Find. Pattern of soul lanterns. Right there. See? And now you set out light 10, so 9, 9, 8, 10. One more over. Oop. There we go. So, high wire build in action. Help me build off. Perfect, thank you. Alright. 8, 10. There. I'm going to throw a little bit of light down there. Yeah, I can just pick. Perfect, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, and this is a lot more convenient for tearing things down. Wait a minute. Yeah, there we go. Removing this later is going to be a pain, though. There's a reason why people like scaffolding. Alas, I do not have enough scaffolding, and in the process of ripping all this down, it's going to go in all sorts of weird, odd directions. So it kind of makes more sense to lay out a big platform like this. Did I call the chains? No, it did not. Interesting. Alright, well, I don't need to... I do need to at some point. Alright, I'm just trying to decide if I should build myself a path, complete the direct thing. And to be honest, you take a look at where the sides are right there. Get away with basically just one blackout, so basically right up to here. There we go. See you later, Waller Column. There we go. Actually hit the ground down there. Oh, there's the top going down. Okay. I was a little worried there. I was 100% sure. I was 99% sure that I'd only had one bucket with me and there was only one way I could get a water thing there. But it takes its time, which is alright. Alright. Bug you. More block on there before you make it. Fine though. Yeah. I have to go over here? No. Alright. Not have worked out as well as it did, but it did. We're just about out of time, sadly, for the day. Alright, let's get all the lanterns down and then call her a day. Somewhere around there. Yeah, that's right. It was, you were supposed to be one figure out. So, perfect sense. Here you got 3 sides on. Perfect. These ones, yeah, might as well just cheat. Future me will have to move out in that direction anyway. Good. Not the right way to go. Yep. Very carefully make our way back. I hate leaving without some sort heading to some safe area, so. Whee! I'm really gonna have to think more about this entrance over here. I think the main thing I've just got to do is actually like finish this part, and then it'll be a lot more obvious how the entrance will play out. Just sort of a temporary thing right now. But alright, I think that is good enough for today. Yeah, I was hoping to get a little bit further along on the island up there, but what can you do? And yeah, it's great to be back playing this game at long last. And hopefully it should be only 2 days or so until you see me again. We'll see what happens in terms of workload and all that. But yes, in the meantime, I hope you have a good end of the week. Yes.